Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who, story number 56, The Mind of Evil. So the first couple of episodes, I actually thought this was a really interesting story, and then it slowly started to pander out. It's 6 episodes, and I don't know, it's like 6 episodes just seems to be the too much length for me. Like, as the way we look at episodes today as like 40-minute episodes, it's basically a 3-part series. And I don't know, even most shows, if you get a 3-part episode, there towards the end, it starts to get a little flat. So, and I've said before, like, something about the Third Doctor, like, I don't know, I know most people really like him, but for whatever reason, he's just never been, like, my Doctor. I've always just felt off from him. And the whole opening scene is kind of that way, where he just keeps interrupting the lesson. And it's just, he's almost downright rude at one point. To me, he is, at least. And, like, we learn all about, like, this machine, and it's going to remove the negative impulses. And, of course, it breaks down, because that's just what the episode's going to be about. And the Doctor's just like, see, I told you. And it's like, okay. And they're like, what are you, some scientist? He's like, I've been a scientist for several thousand years. Or he starts to say several thousand years, but stops. And again, you're like, okay, you're not actually that old, but whatever. Of course, the Master shows up because, like, from here on out, like, the Master's in, I think, every story for at least this season, if not all of the Third Doctor. The Doctor speaks the foreign language. It was not Chinese. I forgot exactly what language it was. But, of course, seeing him speak a foreign language is really interesting. And it's something I don't think we really saw in the previous Doctors, him knowing a lot of different languages. The Doctor, when he starts getting his flashbacks of what he's afraid of, like, first we see a little bit of the Inferno, and then at one point we do see Daleks, which is pretty cool. And just as the story continues, it just goes on. And then, of course, by the time we get to the end where the Master does get his TARDIS back and the Doctor's still exiled, and he's like, sucks to be you. Which it still kind of bothers me a little bit that other Time Lords say the word TARDIS when we know Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter, is the one who made that up. So, I don't know. It just weirds me out anytime any other Time Lord says the word TARDIS. Because it's like, you shouldn't even know that that's what they called it. But, whatever. So overall, I think it's okay. Just the Third Doctor's definitely a lull for me, which is weird coming out of like the black and white stories and the missing stories. But to go from like 1 and 2 and then knowing 4 is just around the turn, like 3 is definitely a little bit of a lull, at least for me. So for those who have seen it, what did you guys think of it? Like, what stood out to you about like the people with removing the negative impulses? What did you think about them? Like, this story in particular, the Master felt really shoehorned into me. He definitely felt more of the like, hey, we're going to use him this whole season, let's put him in there. And then kind of what did you think about the end where they took away the Master's TARDIS and then they just pretty much gave it right back? So go ahead, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for everything, and I'll see you guys next time for The Claws of Axos.